Jon Schweppe is the Director of Policy and Government Affairs at the American Principles Project. John, I'm a little weirded out by this, okay? The new version of Microsoft Word, everybody uses, this is like the gold standard in any type of typing you do on your laptop. It features a filter for, quote, inclusiveness. Everyday words come up underlined in purple. They're considered potentially offensive or biased. Eskimo, I mean, look at this. Eskimo may imply bias against indigenous people according to the new thought police. Was anyone actually asking for this, or did Microsoft just take it upon themselves to do this? Are our computers not woke enough?
I don't know about you. I hate the squiggly lines already, and now they're trying to give us more of them.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But this is straight out of 1984. It's Orwell. It's about redefining our language, about preventing us from saying things that are actual descriptions of actual ideas, and instead using them to do their woke preferred ideas. But unfortunately, we've seen this with the left coast, with Silicon Valley. They continue to descend into this, and it's sad. We used to send our best and brightest out there. Microsoft, as you said, a titan of industry, really something Americans should be proud of. And unfortunately, this is what they're focused on now. This is where all of their intelligence is going, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we've already had them, when they try to be smarter than you, when you have like an indentation, everybody's been there, they're hitting enter, trying to get back to normal. We have some other just fantastic examples of this. So you type the word postman, it says a gender neutral term would be more inclusive here. First off, we have postmen, we have postwomen. Is anyone really worried about the gender-specific pronouns of our postman? I mean, how about this one? Blacklisted. I mean, Microsoft said this word appears biased. Blacklist? I mean, apparently originated in the 17th century England and has absolutely nothing to do with race. Are we going too far here?
Absolutely. But unfortunately, we've really let the inmates run the asylum. And what's happened at all of these big tech companies, not just Microsoft, but Twitter especially, Facebook, Google, Amazon, Apple, all of them. You have these, gender studies majors from college come in and then the CEOs, they just, let them decide everything.
Yeah.
And so this is unfortunate. And what's really happening here that I think we should be worried about is that, this wasn't a big deal when it was happening on college campuses, but now this is affecting our everyday life. And these folks really do want to censor us. They want to make it where we can't speak, where you can't say postman, or even if I am a postman and I want to identify as a postman, I can't call myself a postman.
I know.
And I think that's absolutely insane. And so we really gotta, mocking them is helpful. I think segments like this are good, but really we have to push back against these guys because this is really dangerous long term.
I mean, this all started when Apple took my gun emoji out of the text messaging function. I was very angry about that. Look, Microsoft released a statement saying you can turn this function off and it will never autocorrect anything with their inclusiveness filter. I mean, is that enough? Because there is this little trash can logo at the bottom right-hand side of my screen, and I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to go tonight for me.
Yeah, for now, I guess that works. Although I'm sure every Fortune 500 woke company is going to require their communications people to use it.
Right.
But that's for this version, and then in the future, it'll be a requirement. It'll become AP style, right? To not ever say things like mankind, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean. It is shocking to me, and it'll become an HR offense. I mean, we used to have this thing in America. I'm trying to remember free speech. That's what it was. So look, earlier this week, President Biden called on big tech. They cracked down on COVID misinformation. Listen to this.
If you haven't gotten vaccinated, do it. Personal choice impacts us all, our hospitals, our countries. I make a special appeal to social media companies and media outlets. Please deal with the misinformation and disinformation that's on your shows. It has to stop.
I mean, look, where I come from, it's either a truth or it's a lie. This misinformation, disinformation for me is just them saying, we don't agree with it, so we're going to label it something. But it's not a lie. It doesn't make it untrue. I am so sick and tired of putting a thing on Instagram and it's saying, for more COVID resources, please visit the seat. It's like, just let me post stuff.
No, that's absolutely right. We all know that misinformation ends up being true quite often. But I think the significant thing there about Biden saying that is the argument has always been, well, the First Amendment only applies to government actors, but private companies can do whatever they want.
Right.
Well, when the government is telling private companies to censor speech and then they go ahead and do it, those companies are acting as state actors.
Yeah.
And that is a violation of the First Amendment.
Yeah.
And so I think, going forward, we have plenty of evidence that these companies are acting on behalf of Democrats. And so we should sue the heck out of them.
I remember I had a post taken down by Instagram like 7 or 8 months ago. I said, folks, the vaccine does not stop the spread of COVID. They took it down. They didn't even like warn me or anything. It was just gone. I mean, if we have that kind of problem, we are in some deep doo-doo. Jon Schweppe, we appreciate you joining us.
Hey, thanks so much.